Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome everyone to this short session, live session, just talking about recruiting, right, in the life insurance industry and why the life insurance industry really needs innovators and not just recruiters. I've been in the life insurance industry for almost 10 years now, and I see the trend. It keeps repeating itself. Sometimes I look at the life insurance industry and I ask myself a simple question that almost nobody wants to say out loud. How did we become so focused on recruiting that we forgot the reason this industry even exists? I'm not saying recruiting is a bad thing, but what I'm saying here is we let recruiting help us lose our focus in many ways. Because let's be completely honest, life insurance industry is not lacking agents. It's lacking innovators. It's lacking teachers. It's lacking developers. It's lacking systems. It's also lacking leadership. And that's the key thing that is holding a lot of people from becoming who they are supposed to be. Recruiting is everywhere. Recruiting is a good thing, but innovation is the rare thing. So today, I want to shift our mindset from chasing numbers to building value. So I've been a recruiter also myself in my whole entire life in the industry. But at some point, I asked myself, you have 200, 300 team members, but only 10 or 15% of those team members are actually functioning and doing business. And you ask yourself, why recruit so many people at the end of the day? Only few people are adding value to the lives of people out there, to the lives of Canadians. So from chasing number to building value, we need to ensure that adding people to developing our profession is important for us to stop chasing titles. It's important for us to start creating transformation. So I want to start first by addressing the truth, right? This industry was built backwards, and that's the honest truth. Instead of us focusing on mastery, instead of us focusing on value, instead of us focusing on leadership, instead of us focusing on growth, we've built this on recruit, titles, and pressure. Everybody is telling you you need to become this. New advisors are pushed to rank up, but they do not even learn deeply. This is why there's no depth. And this is why advising has been so wrong in the industry. People receive recognition before training. There are lots of people who have high titles but lack competence. They're in strong positions in different companies, but they lack competence. They don't position themselves in a good way to even prepare themselves for something that is bigger. They don't give good advice to clients. And that's why the turnover is very high. And that's why so many people quit, because recruiting without a basis, it makes no sense. That's why at some point it might look exciting. Yes, they sell legacy, they sell passive income for you, but the industry itself is unstable. This is why I'm against just recruiting, right? Without having a solid foundation, because you need to have a solid foundation for anything you're doing. Recruiting is not the enemy. Let me say this again. Recruiting is not the enemy, but recruiting without innovation is the enemy. And we have a lot of advisors today who do not even have depth. They don't even understand. All they do is just go out there and sell insurance products. You don't even evaluate your client's needs. You don't understand what your clients actually needs. We just focus so much on building a team, recruiting, growing, and all of that. Listen, you can recruit your way to a title, but you cannot recruit your way to respect. Respect comes from competence. Respect comes from mastery. And the purpose of learning is mastery. Respect comes from being the person, right, whose presence brings value and clarity. So when you sit in front of your client, what value do you bring in front of them? It beats me when I see a lot of people focus so much on, oh, I want to become the top this and the top that. But we forget that the reason you have a license is because of your client. That's the reason. that you have a license is because of the people we have been trusted to serve. So now I want to show you something that nobody likes to talk about. Let's imagine we have 10,000 licensed advisors in the country. Just imagine this, 10,000 licensed advisors in the country. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. This is what's happening currently in the industry. Agents will leave one agency to join another agency. So company A loses 20 people. Company B gains 20 people. Company C recruits 50 from company B. And guess what? Company D offers a higher contract and pulls those same advisors or agents from company C. That's what we are experiencing today. And every agency is celebrating, oh, we are expanding, we are increasing our numbers, right? We are growing, right? We are expanding. We are reaching more people. We've onboarded 100 new agents. But guess what? Are we really growing as an industry? That's the question I have. Are we really growing as an industry? Did the industry really grow? Or did we just recycle the same people in a circle? That's what's going on, recycling. We didn't increase the industry, the number of professionals. We didn't elevate education. We didn't expand financial literacy. Listen, the industry is suffering today in many ways. And we didn't help more families because all we are focused on is elevating the numbers. We didn't even elevate the profession. I tell you the truth. All we did was just focus on rotating the same 10,000 people across board, right? One agency may look bigger than the other one today, but it has not brought the transformation we're looking at, right? Another may look small today, but the industry itself is still standing still. It's not growing, it's not developing. So recruiting from each other doesn't grow the industry, and I'm not against it. It only reshuffles the industry. But what we need to do right now is focus on the transformation and development that comes from not just relocating people, but helping the industry evolve. And the biggest challenge we have here is this, right? This is the biggest challenge. The world has changed today. The industry hasn't changed. That's the main thing. The world is changing, is evolving. Fintech is advancing faster than many brokerages. Many brokerages are still behind. AI is teaching financial concepts in seconds. TikTok influencers, they are educating our clients before some advisors even open their binders to talk about anything. TikTok is already giving advice. AI is already giving advice. Clients trust clarity more than credentials, to be honest. And the next generation of advisors, they want mentorship and not just management. But the problem here is that a lot of companies are not evolving. And the truth is that if we do not innovate, we'll be left behind. If we don't innovate, we'll be fintech. Everything is going AI right now. Technology is taking things to the next direction. And leaders who thrive in the next decade will not only be the ones who recruit faster, but they'll be the ones who innovate. This is why it's important for us to determine where we want this industry to go. And I want to give you 5 pillars of what true innovation in this industry will look like in the next couple of years. And the first pillar that we must hold on to is education, because clients follow clarity. So when you teach clearly, you build trust instantly. And the second pillar is systems. If you don't have a system that runs your business right now, systems will create duplication, systems will create stability, and systems will create freedom. So we need to create the systems that will help us back up growth, right? Also, digital authority. Your online presence is your storefront. Most agencies are not even teaching their agents how to operate and do more online, because your content even works when you're sleeping. So visibility is no longer optional. It is essential in these days. If you are not visible online, I'm telling you, you're losing out on so many things because the world is changing. And the fourth pillar is client first. Client first. Don't just buy your title, buy the transformation you help clients create. The goal here is your clients, right? And the fifth pillar that we must hold on to is quality. Quality over quantity. A small, excellent team will always outperform a large, confused team. I've heard from many people, they've been in the industry for so long, they don't even understand how to set up a TFSA. But the industry must shift from recruiting people and developing professionals. Now, if you had to build from zero with no structure, no brand name, right? No support system, right? How would you start? That's the question, because a lot of people don't even know how to structure and start all over again, right? So if this is your situation right now, you want to build using three main steps. If you lose everything today, how do you start all over again? Step number one, knowledge. You must know your craft. If you cannot teach it, you cannot scale it. Knowledge is the foundation of growing any agency. Step number two, you need to learn how to create systems. Listen, anything that you cannot function with manually, you cannot automate. Systems make your business bigger, stronger, and a real business works even when you're not sleeping. Even when you are not in the room, I mean. You need to create the right systems. And number three, you need to create the right culture, the culture where people really trust you. The culture when you say you own something and you truly own your business. For example, there are so many lies out there. There are so many lies out there. So culture determines growth. Culture determines who becomes a leader. People have to trust leadership. Culture is not what you say. Culture is what you enforce, what you reward, and what you model as a company. So we need to create that environment where we attract and create the right culture. So let me close with this, because I know it sounds like maybe I'm blabbing, but the truth is that recruiting only will not sustain the industry, and that's my fact. But there are two ways to build a career in this industry. The first way is to chase title, or the second way is to build legacy. And building legacy is not just by recruiting. It's not just by having the biggest team, but it's by having the greatest impact. A title will fade away, but your legacy will remain. A title will pay you today, but a legacy will pay you forever. This is why it's important to be focused on building that legacy, right? A title brings people in, but guess what? A legacy builds leaders. We have to get to the point where we start building leaders, because when you have leaders, you have sustainability. And the life insurance industry, it does not rise just because you recruit. It does not rise when we have more agents get into it. It rises when we have better leaders. It rises when we have leaders who are innovative, leaders who think ahead, who think about strategies that can evolve and impact the industry and even help clients become better. What kind of decisions do we make for clients, right? Most people just sell a product. Life insurance is not the only solution to everybody's financial problem. And that's the honest truth. I know some people will not like me saying this, but that's the truth. Companies push you to sell and sell, but that's not the solution. Leaders will shape the future, and leaders will bring about transformations to communities, families, and to the entire next generation. See, the point here is that we need to start doing it right as an industry. And we need to come out there. Listen, no matter the company you belong to, you're all working for the carriers. It doesn't concern the carriers. They're going to tell you all the good things you need to hear. But guess what? The boldest innovators are the people who work for their clients. They are the people who will come out there and say, we want to do this right. And we want to make our clients ensure that they have better financial decisions that would help the next generation. So it's not about selling. I know we're in the selling industry, but we need to start giving the right advice. This is how we can bring about transformation in the lives of people. I've met a lot of agents. They have 20 insurance plans, but they don't even have one investment plan. What kind of advice do you now want to give your client? You don't even understand investing. You don't have a TFSA for yourself. You feel life insurance can solve all the problem. That is not true. This is why we need to learn how to grow wealth in the proper way, and we need to start investing in agents that will do it right. I know I've dropped a few things that will make us think, that will make us, review and really ensure that we look at why we're in this industry. Because the companies will push you. They will tell you, make this number of sales. You get to the next level. You're going to get promoted to this level. You get to this height. But when you get to those levels, you find out that there's no fulfillment. There's always a next level for you to go into. There's always going to be a next level for you to go into. But guess what? It's all about sales for those companies. It's all about sales for the carriers. But everything you're doing is impacting on your clients positively. Are your clients getting the right advice? Are your clients growing in wealth? Do you think just selling one insurance plan alone is enough to make your client create wealth in the next 20 years, 15 years? Yes, protection is the basis, but you have to build on the basis. Wealth creation is not just having an insurance plan. It's actually having an all-round investment strategy that can create wealth. So do it right. Whatever you're doing, do it right. Don't focus only on recruiting. Focus on giving the right value. Focus on quality over quantity. And let's build the industry. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.